here at the Palm Beach Improv. It's Will Watkins and Adrian Earhart. We're going to interview Carlos Mencia. He's here all weekend. Visit palmbeachimprov.com for more information.
Alright, we're here with Carlos Mencia. Carlos, you were probably one of the most un-PC comics out there, if you could say that. Is there any subject or a topic that's too taboo for you?
No. If it's funny, it's funny. I mean, it comes from a funny place. It comes from a good place in my heart. So, you know, I don't see why. As a matter of fact, I see more of a reason to do jokes about things that people feel like you're not supposed to talk about. Because when you open that door and show people that it's not scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like your kid. If your kid is afraid that there's a monster in the closet, and you open that closet and you sleep in that closet, well, you don't have to worry about that anymore, as opposed to leaving the clothes and saying there's a monster in there. You know, there's too much fear already in this world. I don't want to add to that stupidity. I just think it's fun. And you know, if you're politically correct, there are a lot of comics out there that will never say any of the stuff that I say. Come see them perform, man. I mean, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, you know, there's somebody for everybody out there. So go check those guys out. I'm not that guy, you know.
All right. Do you ever look at an audience and decide to change your set based on the faces you see out there, the demographic?
Well, that's every night. I mean, that's just every single audience takes on a personality. Like, you can tell the same joke 5 audiences and they will react completely differently to that same exact joke. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's about a conversation. Like, I didn't know what you were going to ask, but I would sound like a politician if you asked me a question and then I just answered a completely different one.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a dynamic that I don't want either when I'm on stage. So if they laugh or hiss or ooh or ah or whatever that is, it says something to me about what they want.
Yeah.
And so I, you know, go either left or right depending on them. I let them be very much a guide of where I want to go.
All right.
Absolutely. Now on Twitter, I believe your Twitter handle is @CarlosMencia. Is that correct? On Twitter, you said recently that your writing has evolved. How do you explain that evolution? How do you how's your writing changed in the recent time, especially since you lost all the weight?
You know what? First of all, I had to become a nicer comic, so to speak, because well, when you're physically flawed, whatever that flaw is, you can get away with more stuff without having to explain it. So if you're fat, you can do fat jokes. You know. If you're ugly, you can do, you know, jokes about people that are attractive. But if you're unbelievably attractive and a woman, it's really hard for you to talk smack about women that are ugly, you know, because you just look like a bitch. And so I had to change the way I deliver material in order to adapt to what people were seeing. And on top of that, you know, I'm not as angry as I used to be when I was broke and poor and young, and you know, you just evolve and you change. And so for me, it's been about allowing myself to evolve and to trust those moments, you know, because it's when you know how to do something in a certain way and then you have to relearn how to do that same thing but in a different way. Every time you hit a wall, you want to go back, you know, to that one thing. So for me, it was like I was talking to Magic Johnson, and when he was a kid, he would tie his right arm and dribble all day long with his left, so that he literally had to tie his arm, because if he didn't, he would just pass it over. And that's kind of what I had to learn on stage. I had to like tie myself down so that the other part of what I do creatively can come out and allow that to be like one big part of a whole. So it was tough, man. It was tough because I was very afraid. You know, when I didn't get a laugh, I was like, shit, I want to scream again. Don't do it, whisper instead. You know, it was very difficult, but I can do both now, so it's so much better for me.
Nice.
All right, one final question for you. It seems like you've conquered every venture so far: TV, movie, stand-up. You got a standing O tonight. What's
cool.
next for Carlos Mencia?
You know what, man? I don't know, because I had a plan, and you know, I did all that stuff, and so right now, I'm truly learning the lesson of it being a journey. It is truly a journey. I don't know where it's going to take me, but to be honest with you, I really don't care, because, as an example, I cannot live on the show that you just saw. Like, that was a great show, standing ovation. These people that are here for this next show, they don't know that.
No.
They have no clue whatsoever. I can't go up there and just be like, well, I'm great. And they're going to be like, not so far, bitch. You know? You just have to be in the moment and understand that that's where it really lies. So I allow myself to be in the moment and to not be too concerned with what the outcome of something is. Because if you do your best, the outcome will be what you want it to be. But if you're focused on the outcome, you're going to miss the moments in time where you need to be funny or you need to be whatever. So I kind of have to tell myself and remind myself, especially when I'm on stage, just be in this moment, man. Don't try to dictate it. Don't try to take it somewhere. Don't try to, you know, manipulate the situation so that you can go to this joke because that's where you want to go, you know? I got 10 to 15 jokes in my head at any given time while I'm on stage, and I can go in any of those directions. And I just need to exist in that moment, and then when I go, you know, to some audition, I just do what I think is fun for me and the best take that I can on that character, and what happens happens and what doesn't. Because if you're just focused on attaining that goal and don't focus on doing what it takes to get to that place, you're just gonna get lost. So, you know, I've been in that place and I live in that place now. It's a fun place to be, man. It sucks though. It sucks that you could do a great show and then be like, "Fuck, I gotta do that again." I mean, that's kind of like, but you know, they're a whole different audience, and when I go up there, they're gonna have a whole different energy, a whole different vibe, and that's pretty awesome to live in that, you know, existence. So, I don't know, but I'm sure TV and movies and all that will happen again. It's just a matter of. I've already gotten like a lot of people asking.
Yeah.
In Hollywood to do stuff.
No
so
doubt.
yeah. So it's you know, we'll see.
All right, well,
We'll see how great.
He's got another show to do right now, so you can find him here September 1st and 2nd, all the rest of the weekend. PalmBeachImprov.com to book tickets. Call 561-833-1812 to get tickets. Carlos Mencia, follow him at Carlos Mencia on Twitter.
Thank you so much.